What should I wear today? How about jeans? This pair of jeans don't look good on me anymore. I think I'm getting fat. Oh well. How about this dress? I think I may look better, and it kind of covers my fat. Every day, many questions come to our mind. Do I look good? Does that person like me? Does my boss like what I do? What does my friend think of me? We just care too much, don't we? It's great that we care about the world, what's going on in our country, our family, and our career. There's nothing wrong to care, but apparently we can't care about every single damn thing that is going on in this world. There are thousands of headlines in the news every day. How many of those can you really care about? So the real challenge comes to what we should and should not care about. Today I want to talk about 4 points on this topic with 2 keywords in mind: self-awareness and values. A friendly reminder, click the like button and subscribe for YouTube algorithm. First is, I don't care what others think of who I am. The reason for this is very simple. I know who I am. I don't need to prove to other people who I am. Now, I know this may sound a little cocky, but this is really my attitude towards life. We own our life. So whatever we do, we just need to make sure that we are responsible for our life and not regret later. I don't really need to care about social approval or approval by family, friends, network, social media, all these different platforms. We just need to simply take responsibility of ourselves and our life. For example, I'm an INTJ female, which makes up only 0.5% of the population. So I'm very used to the fact that I'm being misunderstood all the time. I've heard people said I'm extrovert, cold-hearted, demanding. I didn't even try to explain any of those because I know who I am, which all gets down to the first keyword I mentioned, which is self-awareness. And this also related to security and confidence. I don't need to explain anything because time and action will eventually prove itself. Maybe you do care about what others think of you. Now imagine if you're living your life constantly seeking for social approval. How do you feel? Don't you feel tired? I know this may come across as selfish, but selfish is the kind of personality that I'm not fond of the most. So it's definitely not selfish, which brings me to my second point. I do care about certain people and things that are important to me. So what are these things I refer to? These are the things that are aligned with my personal values, my family values. In one of my previous videos, I talked about I don't really have many friends and I have a single-digit number of friends. My theory is this. One of the most precious things in this world is one's attention. People try so hard to get others' attention, whether it be personal relationship. After you message someone, you are really hoping to get a reply from that person. Or another example is all the marketing campaigns that are trying to get consumers to pay attention to their products. So the only way for our family and friends feel they are special to us is when we pay attention to them, when we deprioritizing everything else, when we pay 100% of our attention to them. This actually brings me to my third point. I don't care about most of the things around me, which is the reason why I don't give my precious attention to general things. I don't care about most of the things around me because most of the things in our life, they are just passing by our life. They are not becoming part of our life. They are either not important or they are just not part of our value system, which is the second keyword in this video, values. Here is an example. Let's say you have met 100 people in the past 5 or 10 years of your life, from your school, friends, career, network. How many of these 100 people you still keeping in contact with? Do you still even remember all of their names? So here's my story. The other day, I was trying to find the name of this person who I met 2 years ago, and I was trying to introduce this person to one of the startup founders that I've been working with. And I was like scratching my head and I couldn't remember the person's name. Is it Jack, John, Josh, or Justin? Then I type in John, Jack, and all this name on LinkedIn. There are so many of them show up on my LinkedIn. And I was like, which one of this is the right one? I don't know if this experience resonates with you, but this is exactly the experience that I've been personally going through. And that's what I mean by I don't care about most of the people and things around me. Another example. How many of you still keep in contact with your ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend from say 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago? These people are just passing through our life, but not really staying in our life. We have very limited memory, space, and time for everything to stay in our life. While I don't care about most of the things and people, but I do want to clarify one thing, which is my last point of today. That is, I do respect things and people, and respect is not equal to caring. Things such as culture, religions, and other people's value, those are some of the things that I would respect. For example, my neighbor is sleeping. I'm not gonna blast loud music in my building. So I respect others' habits and personal space. Being considerate is very important. You don't want to be disrespectful to others' lifestyle, habits, and their values, whatever they're doing. But I don't care about them. Do I need to care? It has nothing to do with me or my life. If they want to sleep at 1 a.m. or 3 a.m. is their business, their habits, what they choose to do. It has nothing to do with me. So I don't need to go out and tell them that, hey, you should sleep earlier because it's good for your health. I will only do that to my friends and family because I care about them, but not to the people that I don't care about. So I only respect these people, but not caring. And I think that respect is one of the most basic qualities as a human, but you'll be surprised to see it's actually quite difficult for a lot of people to know how to respect others. Some example of this is you have a housemate or a family member living with you. He or she may make the living room or the toilet very dirty and just doesn't care about how you feel about it. Even if you are family or close friends, respect should still exist between any human being. Or another example, you share your personal information with one of your coworkers or friends, but they didn't ask for your permission and told somebody else. That's disrespect of your privacy. In fact, in my personal experiences, unfortunately, I come across people being very disrespectful every other week. We are not their parents, so we can't just teach them how to respect other people. So how I usually deal with this kind of people is that I give them a heads up and tell them things in advance. For example, if I live with a family member, I would tell them to keep the home clean. Can you please organize your own stuff so that we can make our living space better? Or if I tell my personal information to somebody else, I would say, can you not tell somebody else? So the key to deal with this kind of people is to make sure that they know this in advance. So these are the reasons why I don't care about what others think. How about you? Have you ever struggled with this matter? If so, how did you deal with it? I hope you found this helpful and share your experience below. We all only live once, so we should focus our attention to the most important things and people in our life. Don't let the unnecessary noises distract us. A personal update, I'm looking for a good video editor because each of my video takes about 50 hours end to end from scripting, filming, editing, and all the work. So it's really hard to do everything by myself. So in order for me to produce better contents and more contents to you guys, I need extra help with the production process. So I'm looking for an editor to help. I set up a PayPal donation link if you want to chip in to support my channel on editor hiring and equipment update. Completely optional, guys. I also set up a Patreon page, which is patreon.com/thecrazykoala, where you guys can support my channel further by joining my exclusive community and contributing as low as $3 per month to other higher tiers with extra benefits such as private Q&A and other private sharing. I'll leave the links down below. Feel free to add me on Instagram and podcast. That's all for today. Take care.